What's going on, guys? That you just heard, it is the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian season 3 just dropped.
This is the way.
Exactly.
is.
Oh man, listen, this episode was crazy from the
Yeah.
get-go. From the fucking get-go. We have pirates, we have old characters that we've seen in the other seasons, and like they have evolved. Um, it's like watching a it's like watching a video game. You see you see characters that evolve in front of your eyes, and then all of a sudden the new season starts, and it's like playing a second part of another game, and now it's like there's something else.
Clearly, a significant amount of time has passed from the last episode of season 2 to this episode, and things have progressed.
Oh yeah. So let's get down to business and
To
not
beat the
Mulan.
Huns. On Justin's note, I did read somewhere recently that was talking about that it's been a couple years since Mando and Grogu got together.
Yes.
Couple
So-
years, not
So
just.
with that being said, welcome to the Nerd Archive podcast. This is Louis, Lola, Justin, and Yadi. Justin, what is the movie quote for today or show, whatever it is?
That is right, folks. The nerdy quote of the week, our little game where I challenge the other hosts, to see if they test their nerdy knowledge. And this week, the quote actually matches the theme of our episode, the general theme. We'll go with that. So, no need to explain the rules. We'll just get right into it. Up to 2 points. And here we go. As my sweet mother once said, son, if one hostage is good, 2 are better. And 3, well, that's just good business.
Damn.
Is this
Whoa.
still a Marvel quote?
No, it's the theme
No.
with what we're talking about today.
So Star Wars.
It's a Star Wars quote.
Got it.
Huh.
May you repeat it, please?
Yes, I can. As my sweet mother once said, son, if one hostage is good, 2 are better. And 3, well, that's just good business.
That sounds like an evil person talking.
Right? It's
I
from
wanna
the
say-
darkness.
And is this including the entirety of the Star Wars world?
He's not gonna say that.
Okay. Well, I think it's Hondo from the Clone Wars show.
Okay, there's Lola. Who's next?
Damn. Wow. This is a hard one, man. Why couldn't you just say do or do not?
Mhm.
There's no trying.
There's no try. Like, why couldn't you say that? God damn it. Let's go with Han Solo. I don't care.
Let's go with Boba Fett. I don't know.
Okay, so that's everybody's final guess.
Yes.
Okie doke. Well, that quote came from Hondo Onaka from the Clone Wars.
Not Hanso.
Well, no, you actually guessed it correct. You were the only one to get both.
No, but I got his name wrong. It's fine. I got it. Cool.
No, you said Hondo. I heard that correct.
Hondo? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
She was so
Lola was
disappointed. I was like,
literally-
wait.
Yeah.
Lola was
faked me. I thought
literally
she
the
I'm
lost.
so
only one to get it.
disappointed that I got his name wrong. Because here's the thing. It has to do with the episode. There's a character that looks exactly like him, and I thought it was him, but I could not remember his name, and I have not bothered Googling it for shit.
Are you talking about the main pirate, not the captain?
No, the
but-
other one. The one next to him. Down to the gloves and everything.
Well, yeah, no, I did hear you say Hondo. from
Okay.
Clone Wars, so you literally were the only one to get
Yeah,
that
that
one
sounds
right.
like a Hondo thing to say for sure.
So that is it. Lewis and Yadi are awarded 0. Unfortunately, Lola got 2, so the score stands at Lola at 5, Lewis at 4, and Yadi at 3. So Lola has the lead
Winning.
going into our what is this, 3rd episode of the season or 4th?
4th.
Gotcha.
So none of us got it in the last episode.
Nobody got it last week, and I was a bit disappointed.
Yes, you were. You were. Hey, I gotta admit, the first one you did with Loki, I pulled it right out of my ass. So I almost said that sounds like Loki in this one.
Probably
Almost said
something
it.
to say.
All right. So that was the nerdy quote of the week with Justin. So Mandalorian season 3, episode 1 dropped today. Today is Thursday.
Dropped yesterday.
This is the way.
It dropped yesterday. It
Yeah.
did drop yesterday.
Yeah.
It dropped yesterday. I
It's
didn't watch
okay.
it yesterday. I did watch it yesterday.
I was
I didn't
It
watch
is
it yesterday. I
Wednesday.
watched it today.
I was
Okay, so
actually in the
this-
process of rewatching it today when I decided, yeah, I'll go ahead and get online and get prepped for the episode. And that's when all my technical difficulties started. So,
Listen,
Yay.
this is what happened. Sarah and I started watching it. Sarah fell asleep watching it.
oh, shit.
But because she was laying on my lap, I couldn't tell when she fell asleep until we started watching the episode. There was 5 minutes left. There was 5 minutes left. She fell asleep 5 minutes. She literally fell asleep. Spoilers. In the beginning of the chase in space with the pirates.
Yep.
So
Dang. That's
I
early.
couldn't. I watch it twice. So I'm like, did I watch it today? Did I watch it yesterday? I don't remember. Yesterday was a blur. So the episode starts with what I thought it was a
Flashback.
a flashback from the past. Am I the only one that caught that? That made
Yeah,
it look like that way?
Yeah, I thought it was him as a kid. I was like, oh, this must be
Oh,
when
they were forging
initiated him.
the helmet and that,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then that big attack.
Yep.
Yep.
That
So
turtle gator attack.
Yeah.
the dinosaur Jurassic World looking motherfucker.
Pretty
Gator.
much. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I literally thought it was a flashback until Mando showed up.
Yeah. Same.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, he traveled in time. Like,
That's what you
what?
thought?
Wrong
Yeah.
series.
They
Went to the
Mando
quantum
got in-
realm.
Yeah.
I was
Mando
gonna
got in
say,
touch with
wrong
the
series,
Avengers.
wrong series or movie, depending on how you look at time travel.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Mm,
Listen, that whole scene was incredible.
yes.
We get this wholesome moment, this kid becoming a Mandalorian, accepting becoming a Mandalorian. All of a sudden, this, like you said, alligator, lizard, dinosaur type of thing shows up.
Say
Which
gator.
I don't-
It makes sense.
What is it?
Tater.
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 Turtle gator. Tater.
Am I the only one that never seen this type of animal
In the
here
Star Wars world?
in the Star
Mhm.
Wars universe?
No, you're not,
Yeah.
because this is the first
No.
time I've seen
Right.
it as well.
They need to bring more of this. I loved, like, I gotta admit that the whole episode was action packed, but that dinosaur looking tater turtle thing lizard. We need a name. We need
Tater!
no, we need a real name from them. I need
The actual name
Listen,
of the species.
listen, John Favreau and and Dave Filoni. I need a fucking name. Thank you. So then we not only see this whole scene of the Mandalorians working together. The one guy that they said, no, you're not part of us anymore, is the one that comes to the rescue and destroys Tater.
So we're gonna name him that.
Yeah.
That is his
Tater the
name. But we
Gator.
just
Tater.
don't know. You just don't know his species. Yeah, no, he saved their asses, but of course their leader, she doesn't care. It's like, you broke the creed. You're not one of us. We don't care that you saved our asses. Thank you for that, but still, fuck you.
How Bo-Katan calls it, the cult.
Yeah.
So, and it shows you the different types of Mandalorians that you have. You have the ones that are like our followers. This is the way.
This is the way.
They are,
Thank you.
yeah, they are devout. Like they don't bend at all.
No,
It's Beskar. That's why.
it's hard to bend down.
That too.
So, seeing that whole scene happen, and then I think Mendo, when he showed up, what I gather was, "Hey, I saved all you. I should be able to come back." And when she said, "No, sorry, you fucked up. You fucked up."
I had a feeling that was going to go that way.
Mm-hmm. No, so did I. And I have a theory that I got from the last scene of the episode that I will tell you guys later. But true, when we moved on from this scene, and then he gets to, what was the name of the planet that he went to?
Navarro.
Navarro. Yeah, because the first thing I thought of was Dave Navarro. So when we get to Navarro, we see the statue of the droid that helped him in season 1.
Yep.
Which it was awesome seeing that.
Hell yeah.
And then we get what's his name? I'm terrible with names.
King something.
King
Now-
Kyle.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember his name either. And I was just rewatching that freaking episode. See, my brain.
Yeah.
But apparently he calls himself, what is it? High Magistrate now?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
his title.
Yeah. It's like an iPhone. It's like ultra high magistrate. Whatever. The point is, he was just in season 1 the guy that would just give everyone the bounties.
Grief Cargo.
Right.
Bingo.
She looked it up. Steve.
I did.
Intern Steve. So-
Intern Steve is on the case.
Right. So seeing him evolve into this character, I think it's awesome because he had a moment of redemption, because he kind of, in season 1, he kind of like fucked him up.
He threw him under the bus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. In season 2, we did see him kind of come back from that, but now not only that, but he's completely redeemed. He's more of a leader than anything else.
Oh, no doubt. Also, we also come to find out that in that transition, he has not lost a step. He is still pretty ace with a blaster.
Oh yeah, that was that. Listen, when he looked at the pirate, and the look that he gave him was, "Fuck around and find out," and
Yep.
he found out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He found out. It was great. That moment gave me a feel of like old cowboy, because that's pretty much what the Mandalorian is.
Right.
Mhm.
The show is a Star Wars cowboy story. So I'm glad that they went with that route, the standoff, and literally there was a good 3 minutes of them just staring at each other.
Yup.
At one point, I'm like, "Who's gonna shoot first? Who's gonna shoot first?" And here I am thinking, Mando's just gonna say, "Fuck this," and shoot, which he
I
Loses
I
still
think
all
did, but
patience.
I think Mando kind of knew that Cargo was going to be able to handle himself, and sure enough,
it was awesome.
yeah,
And then after all this happened, Mando says, "I need the droid back." They tried to wake him up.
IG-11.
Ooh,
IG-11.
yep,
They try to Instagram 11. They try to wake him up, and he does, but results back to his default
yep,
brain.
tries to murder Grogu.
Yes. Which is funny because he's probably had other missions before Grogu, and that's the one that he defaulted to.
So
So
that
I'm like,
wasn't that the last mission that he had before he?
before he became good, yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So seeing that the whole thing happen, it was like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And then the other droid pushes the statue onto him,
Mhm.
and Mando says,
That's
"Well,
using your head.
That's one way to use your head." I'm like, it's funny. They're season 1 and season 2 were great. If this season stays this way,
This is the way.
it
It certainly will be.
oh yeah. So we get the whole thing with the pirates, and it looks like it's over. Then all of a sudden Mando's like, okay, I gotta go. So he's trying to before we move on, Baba Free from what's it called? Episode 9. The little thing.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
So seeing other
more
ones
of them.
that was great. I thought that they were gonna show a baby or something, and it was gonna be the one that we saw.
Grogu tried to grab one of them.
Yeah, and then Mando just picks him up like a toy. It was funny.
Those little guys were funny. Bad baby.
Yes, bad baby. But and that whole scene was funny because
Yes.
This guy
he,
kept translating.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mando's like, I got it. And then he says something that Mando didn't understand, and Cargo didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then the little thing says something almost in English, and then he translates. I'm like,
Yep.
and you can tell, like, you can't see Pedro Pascal's face, but the helmet, the way that he looked at him,
You can tell he's
You
getting
see it.
frustrated. It's like,
yeah,
shut up. I can understand that.
yeah, it was that was a hilarious scene.
Yes.
And then we move on from that. They can rebuild the droid IG-11 because they need a part. And they said, "Right, this is an old droid. It's not like we can find it. And if we can find it, it's going to be expensive." So Mando's like, okay, I'll find you the part.
And then
I
the
got
little
it.
thing is like, I can fix it.
I can fix it.
I can fix it.
So now he gets in his ship, goes out, runs into the pirates. We saw a Anakin level of pilot skills.
Yep.
See, this is where I think you're wrong. It's not, I don't think it's Anakin. I think it's Obi-Wan because there's a scene in the Clone Wars movie that it's almost exactly like this one where Obi-Wan is after Jango Fett in an asteroid field.
Yes,
And
but
they're dodging and flying and blowing them up and doing all that.
yes,
Similar.
I agree with that one scene. but what I'm saying that he,
Like the
he
skills
evaded him.
itself, right? The
Right,
skills
he
that he
evaded
has.
him. He didn't go from defense to offense like Mando did. And that's something that we see Anakin doing in his even from when he's a child.
Yeah.
So that's why I say that he's a more of an Anakin skill pilot. Even Luke Skywalker. So and sorry, Ray. She's also a great pilot.
Hmm. Well,
So
there's similarities in skills, definitely. But obviously you're not going to be on the level of an Anakin or Luke because they're naturally gifted like that, and their Jedi abilities definitely give them a massive advantage over any other pilot. Um,
Yeah.
but that's not like that. That's not diminishing Din's uh, skill as a pilot in any way because he kicked some serious ass.
the way that he was hiding between the rocks, like he was it what reminded me of was a a person just an assassin going in between hiding spots. Not a pilot, not a ship, just an assassin walking
Mhm.
and hiding in a spot and assassinating a group of people and then getting rid of everybody and then their leader is the last one. So, which all he did was run after that because he couldn't do anything.
He's an
Well,
assassin
I
because
mean,
he
there was a
follows his
plan.
creed.
There was a plan behind that when he ran. Like he
Right,
led them to the main ship,
right,
but it didn't go anywhere because he was able to escape.
right.
So,
I thought he was gonna go into hyperspeed, which kind of did, but they didn't show it the way that they've been showing it.
right.
It just looks like he just went really fast, not into hyperspeed.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, he did that. Yeah, he did that same thing when he first got the N1 starfighter in Book of Boba Fett. But
Yes,
then it transitions, it cuts to another scene where he's coming out of hyperspace.
yes. What were those? Were those the space whales that we see in the?
Yes, finally.
Mm.
The Virgil.
Yes,
I'm
those.
hoping it has to do something with Ezra from Rebels, which I am just looking up information about it, and apparently they may show, what happened to him after the finale of Rebels in the Ahsoka series.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
That'd be very cool.
very much so. Yes,
I hope that is more than just an Easter egg.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So because knowing them, that can just be an Easter egg. And it's like, hey, you've seen this before. We just want you to notice something you've seen in the past. But
Mhm.
go ahead.
You want them to go in a little bit more detail during this
Right.
series.
I
And I
want
mean,
the
Yes.
right. No. Okay.
I thought it was, never mind.
Okay. No, I hope that is more of we're showing you this for a reason because
Mm.
we're going to work on this. We're going to bring you something that had to do with that in the past. And Grogu has always been adorable, but this season, this episode alone, he is just off the charts with his cuteness. Is I I don't know, man.
Do you guys know how much it costs to build that thing?
Grogu?
Yeah,
What?
$5 million
Jesus.
That's
just
an
just to build him.
that's an expensive puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever has to carry him around, you got to be careful. Now it gives
Can
a
you
different
imagine?
meaning to when Mando tossed them to uh he just hold him. And
He does that too in this series a lot. Just like throws him like a little beach ball.
Yeah.
yep. And every time you can hear him like do a little scream. It's funny. We all love Grogu.
Hell yes.
Or like Remy says, baby Grogu.
Grogu.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Remy, love you. So fast forward to where he wants to go is to see Bo-Katan,
Yep.
which we assume he's going to see her, but we don't know that's where he's headed. He just sees this Mandalorian castle. And he goes there to join her in taking Mandalore back. So seeing her telling him, no, we're not doing that. She's still butthurt about the fact that he's got the
Pretty much.
dark saber, because
Well,
that's the
she's
vibe that I got.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, and she was especially she was especially salty because of the fact that because she didn't have it, like her entire group just walked away.
What I don't understand is if he has it, why doesn't he have a bigger following? If that's the whole thing, is that whoever has the dark saber is going to lead Mandalore. So
He
where's
doesn't like to show it.
I think it mainly has to do with like he's not. I don't think he's very open about the fact that he has it. So very few people know outside of what's her name? I'm forgetting her name. The one who builds all the armor and things like that. What is her name?
Damn.
The builder.
Well, yeah.
Bob.
But the the point being between her and I think is it Tar Vizsla?
I think so.
Those two and Bo-Katan like literally are the only ones that know that he has it. No one else does. So they're not just going to rush to follow him if they don't know anything.
Right.
But like she was saying, it's like take that sword and wave it around and you lead them.
Yeah.
But
Wave
it's like,
that thing around. She said.
Yeah. But it's like I doubt, like I highly doubt he's going to do that because it doesn't fit his personality.
That's fair, yeah. Another thing that I wanted to touch on is that this show, this first episode, feels a lot like a Rebels episode.
Yes.
In the sense of like we saw the Purgil. I thought, maybe this is connected to Ezra somehow, and then they showed the castle, the Mandalorian castle, and I didn't know it was going to be Bo-Katan. I thought it was going to be Sabine from Rebels.
Yes, but we see
because the last time we saw her was in not the last time we saw her, but she does have a family that owns a Mandalorian castle.
Yes. But also Bo-Katan, last time they showed her, she was their leader. So it's only fair to assume that their leader is going to be the one on the throne. But
Fair. But also now she doesn't have a following, so you can't.
Right. She's like a lone queen.
A leader. Yeah.
So it's like a queen without a kingdom. And seeing her just tell Mando, no, sorry, not doing this, leads me to my theory. My theory is because we've seen this before. We see the protagonist asking for help. He gets turned down. He goes alone, gets in trouble. He's about to die. And the person that he asked for help to shows up with an army. We've seen it in multiple movies. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that he's going to go to Mandalore. He's going to get himself in trouble there. There's going to be the pirates are going to show up again,
Sure.
and he's not going to be able to hold him back. And then Bo-Katan shows up with the rest of the Mandalorian to help him. Or it could be the Creed of Mandalorian to go help him. Because he's trying to redeem himself. He's trying to gain their trust again.
Well, not to mention the fact that he basically saved all their lives at the beginning of that episode. So they,
Right.
you know, despite the fact that he's, you know, he's an apostate by his own words,
Right.
you know, a lot of them kind of owe him a debt based on the fact that, yeah, no, you guys would be dead without this guy. So,
Yes. Which is, I'm glad that you bring that up because that's the name of the episode.
yep.
So now, now that we broke down the episode, what was your favorite part? What would you change? What do you like? What are you expecting? I give you my theory.
To be honest, I kind of agree with you to a point where, yeah, he's gonna get into some shit when he reaches Mandalore, and he's gonna wind up being saved. But I don't think it's gonna wind up being with Bo-Katan, at least not because basically she's alone. And that's what I'm saying. If she decides at some point to go and help him out, she's pretty much going to be by herself because she's one person alone and she doesn't really have any claim to anything at this stage. So she's literally solo at this point. So I feel like it's going to be with those other Mandalorians that, from my perspective, owe him a debt because he saved their lives.
Right.
So yeah, that's pretty much my prediction as well. So I can agree with you on that. My favorite part of the episode is his interaction with those little guys when he was trying to repair the robot, and with Grogu just grabbing onto one of them. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is so fucking cool. And it's just like, yep, this is mine. I has this.
Yes,
I'm like,
that's
yes.
exactly what I thought
And
too.
as far as like what I didn't like about the episode, I honestly can't really pinpoint anything that I didn't really like about the episode. You know, it jumps around a fair bit, but it makes sense because he's jumping from place to place trying to get help for, you know, what he's trying to do. He wants to be redeemed. You know, he wants to be redeemed by Creed and all this. And so he's going from place to place trying to find what he needs in order to make this happen. So it's going to jump around a lot. It makes sense for this first episode. So I felt that the pacing was really good. So for the episodes going on after that, we'll see. But I think it's a good start.
Yeah.
Yadi.
Yeah, I mean, I liked that. Well, my prediction will be again, like, you know, they're gonna come and save his ass and whatever. But um, I think that both groups will join, or I'm hoping that both of the groups will join, and you know, you have the non-helmet and the helmet ones fighting together. You know, even if they just separate the area where they're gonna live in the planet, whatever. If they can find it livable, or whatever. Um, I really like the part where they show all these different characters they haven't shown in the previous, like just the scenes of these little creatures in the trees and whatnot. Like they're showing more things of living things in this world that we all like. So I thought that was fun, and I didn't find anything that I didn't like. Hoping that they make it longer than the
That's
previous shows. You just have so much of credits, you know. Um, Maybe put 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. Do you know how much it costs per episode? Per 30-minute episode, it's $13 million per freaking episode, man. So I mean, you have all that money, just throw a little bit more. But
Mhm.
other than that, still a great show.
45 minutes,
Right.
Lola.
At least.
not including credits.
Right.
Right.
Um, I think it's too early, at least for me, to have any theories. I do like where Yadi's going, where like they'll join forces. I think that makes sense. Just because like you're both Mandalorians, regardless of which kind of Mandalorian you are, and you're still trying to regain your planet, or just a livable space. I think it makes sense for them to join forces. Um, as to what I like the most, I think that scene with the little guys, but also at the same time, I really like the scene with Grogu and the Purgil. The reason why is because of like the only way that you can get a connection to them is by using the Force. And again, we saw that in Rebels with Ezra. So I think that it's a nice touch. I know it's called the Mandalorian, but it's a nice touch of seeing like Grogu still, using the Force regardless of what he chose. Um, and as
Like to
for
grab the M&Ms off the table.
Right.
yeah, or to like spin himself around in the chair.
Yup.
um And then I am hoping that we see more of that, more of his interactions with the Force and where it'll lead him as being a tiny, Mandalorian.
Yes.
Could you imagine seeing him grow up after like maybe after season 4, and seeing him in like little Mandalorian garb with the helmet and all that?
Yeah,
With the
that'd
That
be
would
helmet,
be
with the
so
cool.
cute.
with the ears
To
coming out of
be
the side.
to be
Yes.
completely honest with you, when they were making the teeny tiny helmet, that's where I thought they were going.
Right.
Super psyched, and then they were like, "Oh no, human boy," and it's like, okay, that's fine, I guess.
It's a little disappointing, but
A little
I
bit,
guess we'll
yeah.
go. We'll go with that for now.
Yeah, but
But
then Tater showed up, so it was all fine.
I think building off of what we were talking about just a few seconds ago with like with what Yadi and Lola were saying with the two groups, the two disparate groups joining forces, I think it could definitely happen, but I think one of the only ways that it could happen is if Bo-Katan decided to track them down and say, he needs help, and oh, we're not going to help you because you're pretty much nobody. You don't have the dark saber. Well, this guy does. Ding. So it could spur them into action based on that.
Yeah.
Not out of any loyalty to her, but it's like, okay, this guy has the dark saber. He could be the one to lead us. So let's help him out. And then that in turn could bring both groups together.
And not only that, but knowing that they can get their planet back.
That too.
So we'll see how that plays out.
Hmm.
You guys have anything else on this?
Not at this point. I mean, it's like Lola was saying, it's too early to tell right now.
Right. I'm very excited. I haven't been excited about a show like this in a while, which is funny because I feel like it was the one that started it with the whole Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm glad that they still got it.
Oh, no doubt. But I'm gonna keep saying it if you guys haven't, especially if you guys haven't started or finished it yet. You guys gotta finish Andor, because that
We almost did after we watched this episode.
Right. To be honest, yeah. I mean, as much as I love The Mandalorian, like, and it's probably going to piss some people off, and I don't care because sometimes I'm all about pissing people off. Andor, in my view, is a step above The Mandalorian. And that's not, like I said, it's not a dig at The Mandalorian because it's fucking awesome. And it's getting even better.
We'll see after the season.
Yeah.
We'll see if you feel the same way.
This is the way.
So we're gonna go on a quick break. The only break for today. and when we come back, we're gonna do trivia with Yachty. So stay tuned, stay there, don't go anywhere. You're not gonna go anywhere because you probably pause it if you have to go somewhere. We'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Segment one, we broke down and told you how we felt about the Mandalorian season 3, episode 1. Everything that we liked, everything that we didn't like, which was nothing. Only the length of the episode, 30 minutes. Really, 30 minutes? That's all you're gonna give us? All right. Now, for all I've been waiting for, trivia with Yachty.
Oh shit.
Take it away, brother.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go,
This is the way.
and this one it's gonna be more of trivia of the show in general, more likely the first 2 seasons, because it's just what is out there right now.
Right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start easy. Uh, so some species age differently. How old is the child or Grogu? Now that we know it's Grogu, you want me to give you the multiple answers? We want to throw in your numbers.
50.
50.
50.
All right, we already know that one. Let's go to the next one. So the term Mandalorian refers to members of a secret spacecraft, clan-based ethnic group, guild of bounty hunters, religion based on the Force.
Guild of Bounty Hunters.
Guild of Bounty Hunters.
Bounty hunters, yeah.
You are incorrect. Is a clan-based ethnic group.
How dare they?
You're
Oh
incorrect.
shoot. We're gonna go with something familiar that we kind of talked in this episode. Now, IG-11, the bounty hunter droid, is voiced by one of the series directors who has also worked in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Who is that director? John Favreau, Taika Waititi, Bryce Dallas Howard, Deborah Shaw. Or Shaw.
YTT.
He kind of sounds like Taika Waititi.
Lola.
Hmm.
Mr. John, last name that I don't know how to pronounce.
Favreau.
Oh,
Favreau.
Lola is incorrect again. Taika.
Why must
Taika
you be this way?
I don't know.
This is the way.
It couldn't be John Favreau because John Favreau actually plays one of the Mandalorians.
The big one, right?
The big
with the
one with
machine gun.
yeah,
All right, let's see.
Mr. Vizsla.
Mr. Vizsla.
The Mandalorians are paid for one of his bounties in the same material his armor is made from. What is the valuable metal?
Beskar.
Beskar.
Let's go.
Electrum. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
it is a metal, but it's
Uh.
used. I forget what it's used for. I think
Dildos.
Star Wars, not OnlyFans. Although I suppose it could be a bit of both, depending on what you're into.
I mean,
Oh
yeah.
man.
Okay. Moving on.
What saying does the Mandalorians recite to uphold his tradition and maintain the code of the Crid?
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
One of the options there was, "May the Creed be with you."
I mean, I
Sure,
get
why
it.
not?
It could throw you off, but no.
The other one was like, "A Mando can do."
That they can.
Oh man.
Funny thing is, when Lola said when she said this is the way, my mind immediately went to Uganda Knuckles, that meme.
Huh.
Let me show you the way.
Let me show you the way.
This is the way.
We don't do that here.
All right. So this is probably going to be an easy one again. We'll see. You guys know more of this than Harry Potter. Just got to go back to the previous episode. How did our main character, aka Mando, join the Mandalorians? He won a tournament. He stole the Mandalorian armor. He was recruited for his skills. He was rescued and raised as a child.
Rescue and raise.
Student raised.
And raised as a child.
He won the
stole
tournament of power.
Yeah. If he had stolen Mandalorian armor, the guy that found him probably would have wasted no time in
Right.
putting a blaster bolt through him.
Let's see if you guys get this one. And this, just keep in mind the character I'm going to mention has been canceled. Where does Mando first makes acquaintance with the mercenary Cara Dune? The outpost planet Navarro, the ice planet Hoth, the forest planet Sorgan, the desert planet Tatooine.
Sorgan.
I think it's Navarro. Lola.
Tatooine?
Justin got a Sorgan. I thought it was Tatooine too. So which of this is a rule of the men? Oh yeah, this is easy. I'm not gonna say that. It's just a, okay. I'm gonna say it so you guys can hear it. Too. Just in case if somebody is not into it yet. Which of this is a rule of the Mandalorian Code of Honor and the Creed or the Creed? Never use weapons. Yeah, right. Travel in pairs. Sure. Renounce faith in the fourth, of course. Or the force, not fourth. Never remove your helmet. Renounced faith in the force. You got it right.
Don't use guns.
Right.
I like travel in pairs better. I think they should they should do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, it reminds me of it's the Rock movie, and that he's a bounty hunter, and he swears that by not using guns. Walking tall. No,
Oh.
not walking tall.
The rundown.
The rundown. That
like with the 4x4.
yeah. No, the 4x4 is Walking Tall. The one that he makes the 4x4, a bat.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
right.
Walking Tall.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah, I feel like that's all I got because there's really not much out there right now for it. Besides the obvious.
Right.
Um, and then the little known facts that I got. That was it.
Fantastic. All right. Do it again.
This is the way.
Getting buttons.
All right, guys. That was Trivia with Yachty. And that concludes this episode. Make sure you go on all of our social media. The links are down below.
Click all the things.
That was Justin. If you like that, let us know. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Still click them all.
Still click them all. And don't forget to go on our official website, the nerdarchive.com, and you can find things to know about us and where to find our podcast. All of our social media is also on there. So make sure you go on there, sign up. That way you can get newsletters, vlogs, things that we're going to be bringing to you guys, especially our merch. We do have a store coming soon. And yeah. So, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. This was with you, Lola, Justin, Yadi, and Lewis. You guys are fantastic. Always stay nerdy and always be yourself. Thank you, guys. See you next week.
Okay, bye.
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 Yeah.